Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And only ask what
Hello everyone, Dusty Sage here at Disneyland. We're just about to go on a ride, and when it's over, we're going to take you on a journey through the park to see what's new, what's happening for the 70th, explore that Walt Disney show that's supposed to be so dramatic, talk about Indy, all sorts of things. So I'm turning this around and let's go on a ride. Snow White's Not So Scary Adventures. Oh yes, watch those precious children of yours. I'm with Anya.
Big fan of Disneyland.
Hi-ho, kickoff to my free go.
I love that ride. Oh, that was fun. Well, we got you all on a ride at the very start of our video. We might have gone live a minute or so early, and just a minute or two into the video, we've already ridden an attraction. How was that? Did you love it?
I love that. They have just added so much pretty lights
I do think that at first, you know, I missed the original version, but I love this version. It has more of an ending.
Yeah.
Before, the Wicked Witch just dropped a stone on you and you were, and then we all lived happily ever after.
Yeah, that part bothered me.
Yeah.
For sure.
That was fun. All right, into the park we go. I will give you a quick spin around so you can see what crowds look like today. It is not very busy. The wait time listed for Snow White earlier was 5 minutes. We probably waited about 7 or 8. But the waits for many of the rides have been low. Suzanne, how are you doing today?
It's hot.
It is hot.
Peter Pan's only a 20-minute wait because it's hot.
It's hot. In fact, it was so hot, folks. Earlier it was about 88 degrees maybe at one point, but it's more humid here. And we were dying. Like, I was supposed to take photos for the Monday update, and we just ended up sitting in shade, and then we moved to another spot where we could sit in shade. And then we spent the whole like 40 minutes before the live sitting inside in the air conditioning and drinking Powerade so that we would not die during the live. And I joked with the crew here today that maybe to promote today's episode, we would start by saying, and on today's show, someone will die. So stick through to the end to see which one of us it's going to be. Guarantee you right now it's not going to be me.
Or at least fall onto the ground.
Yeah. There's another little Snow White reference back there. Of course, it's Snow White's wishing well, and the fountain has recently been refurbished and looks really, really nice. It's the Bashful that's even in our cover video for today's live. If you're on YouTube, you might see the cover video. I don't think they allow us to upload various things. Should we take the side path, which is more exciting than just walking through the front entrance to Frontierland? Yes. Yes, a side path is always good. One of the special things about Disneyland to me is all these little nooks and crannies and different ways to go. Isn't that true, wise old owl? Who are you calling old? Lots of butterflies here today. Is it migrating season? Is that why they're all here? Huh. Where are they? Oh, that sure is. Outside yet. It's a Snow White day. We rode Snow White. We saw the wishing well. There's Snow White there with the evil queen. It's fun when they're outside like that, especially in the heat. You were saying today was a phase 1 heat day, and at different levels, the park does different things. So at phase 1, I know they closed the monorail, and cast members, I think, are allowed to have water bottles on stage.
I hope.
But they still did the cavalcade. We will have hotter days, folks. So it's just us complaining right now. We will have a day or two where it's at 100 here in Anaheim. And then they really have to be careful.
The balloons are moving.
Oh, very nice.
And the shade, it's nice.
But if the balloons are moving that much and you're seeing the tree limbs kind of moving around like the white trees over there, there's a risk there won't be fireworks tonight. Are they even doing fireworks yet every night?
They are. It's summer.
It's summer. Thank you for letting me know. I'm still in a spring state of mind. If it looks a lot brighter here, it's because a whole bunch of trees got chopped down over here on this secret path.
Were they dead?
I don't think so. They pulled a whole bunch of trees out though, and it makes me sad because one of my favorite spots here was this shady path. Not so shady anymore. Keeping our eyes open for those little balloons.
Oh, yeah.
So stop me if you run into them. I bet we'll see them up ahead. We'll see them on the way out for sure. There's a new merchandise item, but it's at the beverage carts. Some of them. We'll show you, don't worry. In the middle of summer, you wouldn't expect a lot is going on at Disneyland, but there are still refurbishments going on. They're getting ready for the Walt Disney Magical Life show to debut next week. Small World is getting a new song at the end. The final verse. Bubble something or another going on in downtown Disney. I ran into that on my way in. Bubble something. It's
That would be a better name.
it's a promotion for Disney Junior Mickey Mouse Clubhouse live debut this month.
July 20th or 21st, something
Yeah.
like that.
And in celebration of that, every so often, there was no DJ. There was a DJ stand on the stage. It's at the new stage in downtown Disney on the Parkside Market stage, that one.
They removed celebrating 70 years.
Really?
That
Well, they may
cheese-looking banner
they may
that
be
was here.
they may be. Well, the sign returned.
Yes. So
Yeah, so that was a couple of weeks ago, but it looks great. I mean, the sign is super pretty. We'll take a look at the other new sign, which is the one for the Opera House for the Walt Disney A Magical Life. The old one was red, like a burgundy red with gold lettering, and the new one is a blue, a regal blue with the gold lettering. And I do like the new sign. It always takes a minute to get used to anything new in the park because we're so used to things being the way they are. Suzanne, it's cooled down a lot since we got here a few hours ago.
One of us might not die today.
It's possible we might have to kill somebody, but we won't be dropping dead of our own volition. So peaceful over here. It is a gorgeous day. Mike says it looks like a nice day. The only thing that would make it any nicer, Mike, is if you were here with us. But please wish your daughter a happy birthday from all of us. And you can see there's no one in line for Pirates of the Caribbean. So there's no line out here. It's all contained fully inside the queue. That is good news. It's in part because they have removed Lightning Lane. It says that it's a 10-minute wait. That would be shocking. That's a walk-on. Yeah. We just rode that the other day. Mike and I took you on that. We're always thinking of something fun that we can do for our viewers. I look forward to the live all week long. My favorite day of the week. This weekend, folks, while we're heading slowly, we're walking slow so that we don't overheat. We're gonna walk by and look at the Disneyland Rose because they're in bloom. You're gonna see these a lot during blooming season here because I love them. I love the Disneyland Rose. I like the way it looks. I like the way it smells. I like the way it changes colors. See the beautiful orange here and then the pink directly behind it. Changes colors as it blooms. It's magic. This weekend, I'm going to be hosting tours at Walt Disney's Storybook Mansion in the Hollywood Hills. So if you've ever wondered what Walt's oldest surviving home looks like, so it's his 1932 mansion in the Hollywood Hills. It looks like a big, giant, grand castle on the hill. Maybe a little bit Twilight Zone-ish, Hollywood at its golden age, lots of glitz and glamour. If you'd like to find out more about those tours, we have just a few spots left. We have an early morning, I think 11:30 a.m. tour, a 1 p.m. tour, and a 3:30 tour or a 3 p.m. tour, something in there, 2:30 maybe, I don't know. But anyway, there's 3 tours. They start in the morning, they go to the early afternoon. Just visit any of our social media pages. Instagram/MiceChat or Facebook/MiceBook. Then visit our link in bio. Link in bio will take you to a link to the Walt Disney Storybook Mansion tours. What does the wait time look like? 25 minutes it says for Haunted Mansion. So from one haunted mansion right here, which is a fake theme park haunted mansion, to a very real haunted mansion. My daytime tours are not scary ghost tours, folks. But there is no doubt when you're in that house that there's something else going on. And it is definitely haunted. If you would like to see the haunted version of the house in the evening, we are also doing candlelight ghost tours, but I'm not selling those tickets. Those are offered through Haunted OC, HAUNTEDOC.com, and you will see a picture of the Storybook Mansion at night, sometimes with a scary picture of me next to it. So if you'd like to do the haunted ghost tours, you can get those through haunted OC. And if you want to do the daytime history tours with better views of the city, not at all scary, a little bit less expensive, you can visit MiceChat's link in bio and get tickets for this weekend. We have another couple of weekends coming up that are also there. So this weekend, and then at the end of July, and then at the beginning of August. Very rare. Months and months and months go by between tours, so do not delay. On a hot day, Suzanne, people all want to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure, so my guess is this is probably the longest wait in the park right now.
Let's take a guess.
All right, let's all guess. I'm going to say 55 minutes. Ando, how many minutes do you think? 60? Ando, how many do you want to say?
$1.
$1. The closest without going over? Price is Right rules apply. How much is it?
70.
70, so I win. No, you do. You said 60. So Ando wins. Dusty rules apply. I win. But Dusty, you weren't even close. I said I win.
That's just like when we did the Pixar putt.
Oh, yeah.
Dusty got a whole
I got a hole in one on every single one of those greens. I'm still thinking about it. Sometimes at night I wake up out of a dead sleep and I think, gosh, I'm amazing. It's nice and shady back here. Let's just explore closer to Tiana's. Of course, raised berets. The roof is growing again. Raise that roof. And I know earlier we were chatting about this because you had seen on the MiceChat Live that the roof had died.
Yes.
And you wanted me to know that roof is green.
Well, and when I came last week, half of it was green and the other half was still brown. So I'm excited to see it's all green.
It's
now.
all green. It does look like there's a little brown patch starting again in the back, and there's a dead spot in the middle where the seam is between the pads of grass that they put down, but much better than it was. I was giving some people a tour of that Disney mansion the other day, and we were standing in the garden, which we call the Haunted Mansion Garden because it looks like the Haunted Mansion, and that's the original garden. And a giant bird flew overhead and pooped on me. Oh, I wondered what that was. That's what made me tell the story. But today it was just pine needles. It looks like Winnie the Pooh also doesn't have much of a line. 5 minutes. That's a walk-on. All right, here's what it looks like when the line is 70 minutes. Stand by 70 minutes. Lightning lane, 516. Single rider entrance. There's a single rider entrance. Did you know that?
Sorry?
Suzanne, we have more single rider news, but we'll wait until we get over there.
The other day, this single rider line had the magic green tape on the ground, and it had a double switchback. There were so many people in the single rider lane.
Really?
Yes. I mean, it was hot, but still.
Yeah, everybody wants to ride this ride. Look at the people even switchbacked outside here. So you enter, and then they're still queuing you, and it goes all the way back and forth there.
I think that's lightning.
You
Or is
pay
it-
extra to wait in that long line.
Or is it the standby?
I don't know.
It's long, whichever lane it is.
It's a hot day, so what we're
Yeah.
doing is we're seeking shade. We're shady people today. So we're heading back here because it's one of Mike's favorite places, and we want him to be
Since
jealous.
Mike's not here.
But he is commenting, so we're taking Mike to his favorite spot in the resort.
But the water's not running.
Oh, well, there's a subject for the Monday update.
They knew you weren't here, Mike.
They turned off the water.
They were like,
It
no
was
one's
too
coming
refreshing.
back here.
That's
Mike's
too
not
refreshing. They're going to come up with waterfall lane
Look at all
soon.
the bugs flying around in there, though. Do you
It's a
see
lot
them?
of bugs. They don't show up on camera, but there's like a whole cloud of gnats that are flying around over the water. I'm sure it's because the water has stopped and there's something decomposing. Oh, did you just buy that?
Yep. And I said like it's random and
Now available at Disneyland, the Star Wars Coca-Cola bottles. Christy Weinberg wrote an article and came to a special event. There are 3 park exclusives. This one is Mandalorian and Grogu, but there are 2 others. So there's the light side of the Force, there's the dark side of the Force, and then the in-between side of the Force, and that, of course, is Mandalorian and Grogu.
Chewbacca for the light side.
And who's on the dark side?
For the dark side.
Oh.
And
I
probably
believe
Kylo
this
Ren also.
QR code over here on this side.
Yeah. Scan that and it opens an AR experience that lets you
You can see
enter the
yourself
magical
or-
world of Coke and Star Wars. But you can read all about it on MiceChat. Interesting story. You know, there are 30 different bottles altogether. 30 different bottles.
Get on it.
And you can buy those at convenience stores and grocery stores all over the whole country.
They're on cans and bottles.
But 3 of those are exclusive to the park. So if you want the one that Ando just showed you, you can't get that at 7-Eleven. You gotta get it at Disneyland or Walt Disney World. You know what's really funny about that fire bucket being right there?
What?
Before Galaxy's Edge opened, the train went by one day and something sparked a patch of oil that was on the track, and there was a fire almost in that exact spot. You could see it from underneath as you went by, and they put that bucket, and I always wondered, is that an homage to the near disaster?
Bucket or the fire?
Exactly. And why did that bucket not put out that fire? I do feel like I'm getting my steps in. I remembered to charge and put on my Apple Watch today so I could track my steps. I need to get a better handle on my calories. Oh yeah, lady in the, I'm not gonna show her, I don't wanna embarrass her, but she had an electric scooter and she went plowing into the fence just now and knocked the basket off the front of her cart. Similar to like this cart over here with the basket in front. She hit that fence hard. She was laughing, so I'm allowed to laugh along too. But a lot of those cars did it to what? Oh, well, let's hop in. Now I'm the winner. I'm taking back the prize. What is the prize? Is it a barbecue? That Mandalorian Coke is now mine. Debbie wants the Baby Yoda. We wants the Yoda. We wants the Baby Yoda. Disney gets so mad when you call Grogu Baby Yoda. But for a whole season practically, they did it right. And everybody called him Baby Yoda. Beautiful river. At Walt Disney World, they removed the river from the map, and it had already closed over there. They're turning it into a Cars land called Piston Peak. Very sad. Could. Lots of young people running the parks these days don't really know the history, and while it would be much harder for them to get away with it, because there would always be a MiceChat and a Dusty Sage to scream and yell and chain himself to a fence, shouting obscenities at those responsible for this egregious error. It could still happen here. So never get complacent about the things you love.
Probably go like this.
It's just such a beautiful, tranquil spot, and it helps create a barrier between lands and worlds, because we are now transporting ourselves via the magic of a train trestle. Everybody knows that when you pass under a train trestle, you are suddenly transported to another world. And today we're in Galaxy's Edge. Yeah. I wonder what Bat 1 looked like. He's not really that dumb, folks. They just draw me that way. Really, on a day like this when there's not a ton of new news, the lives are really just a way to transport you, the way we were just transported into Galaxy's Edge, to transport you to the park. Because no matter where you are in the world, for 1 hour, you get to walk Disneyland with us and see what the weather looks like, what the crowds look like. Today is one of those not very busy days. There have been a lot of those lately. Used to be summer was the busy season. It is still the most expensive time to visit. The whole month of July is one of the most expensive stretches of the entire year to visit the resort. If you have a one-day, one-park ticket, or you're trying to buy a lightning lane, or you're trying to book a hotel room. But once you get here, you'll be shocked to find out that it's one of the easiest times of the year to visit. So I think a lot of people are rescheduling their visits to less expensive times of the year. It'll be $206 to visit Disneyland on Saturday. Most of the days this whole month are in the $180 range and above. Very expensive. So if you come a lot, like you do, an annual pass really does pay itself off.
Yes.
Even though we all complain an annual pass costs over $1,500. The top one is now, what, around $1,800? Almost $2,000. That may seem nuts, but when it costs you up to $200 for one day, one park, and $260 or more for two parks in one day, annual pass pays itself off. There goes Mike. Jeff Bray. $200 for a day? Yes, and that's just one park, and it doesn't cover your parking, or your lightning lane, or your food, or your hotel. It's just the park ticket. If the kids say, yeah, but we want to go to both parks in one day, tell them, oh, the other park closed down. Because it's not worth buying a park hopper at those prices. Better just go ahead and spend the day in one park and enjoy it. Shall we go into the marketplace today? We usually avoid it.
Sure, it shouldn't be crowded.
No, and there'll be a little bit of shade and maybe some air conditioning. I don't know.
I think there's a new baby bantha stuffed animal, maybe?
Baby bantha, do 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 do. Baby bantha, do 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 do. I have some baby shark news I'll share here in a second. Remind me. So much detail in Galaxy's Edge. So much potential. Do you think we would see a baby bantha? We have to ask. Could you ask him if there's a baby bantha somewhere? Or any new creatures? Is it this hat? The Tauntaun hat? No. No. We created that myth. Don't share that news, folks.
Maybe it was a dream I had.
That there would be baby banthas. The baby banthas are teaching their brethren to fly.
Yeah, I know they love.
I'm just looking to see if there's anything new, but not a lot changes in these shops. Even the displays stay mostly the same.
Choosing sides.
What was that?
Just as easy.
I almost walked right by him. He's the one on the Coke can that we just spotted. Hondo, you need to get a picture of both of that with your Coke.
Keep up the good work.
So guys, like, do you know this person?
Very good.
The Coke version? The real version.
That's actually Boba Fett.
Oh, is that different?
This is Boba Fett.
Oh, that's Mando. I should have known that. It's hot. Sorry. Still broken over here. Ronto's roasters. The Rontos are not roasting. They're not turning. He is, but the mechanism is broken. Yes.
He's broken too.
Yeah. Just for consistency. They're intentionally broken. I'll receive messages like that from people. I'll say something about it. It's such a shame they don't have better maintenance, and somebody will write me, that was intentional. It's supposed to be that way. You don't know what Imagineering wants. I know they want you to think it's intentional. We're flying into the landing pad for the Millennium Falcon. I am looking forward to the new version of this attraction because I never go in here. I mean, I did it a few times when it was brand new, but it's not my favorite. I always get stuck in the engineer seat or something like that where you don't really get to do anything but push a button. It's really not fun unless you're the pilot. 20-minute wait. It's probably a little quicker than that. It's got a great indoor queue. I love that old school elevated queue. It reminds me a lot of the early Tomorrowland queues. But they've got a new Mandalorian and Grogu version of the ride coming out next summer.
Yes, that's in conjunction with the Mandalorian movie.
This same day that the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, and I think it's called The Mandalorian and Grogu. I think that's the working title. So save that bottle of Coke because you'll be able to take it to the movie and then take it on the ride. And then maybe Mandalorian and Grogu will be here and then they'll sign your bottle.
Yep.
And it'll be worth millions of dollars. Do any of you feel like you might be the one to drop dead?
Nope.
Okay,
I
just checking. We have an office pool going. Who's it going to be, folks? Who's it going to be?
Who's the weakling?
Who is it? Who's not going to make it through this live video? Blaster holes up there. There's obviously been a horrible battle here.
Just
Doing what stormtroopers do. In fact, there's one right up there watching us. See him up there? In the shade. And he pushed himself off to the side.
ignoring us. Let's try to get the dance.
Uh-huh. We would need a little AI for that.
One you can see this far.
He's like the guards. And
No, look at him. Did you see him shake his head at us? Dance for us. No. Move along. Move along. These are not the droids we're looking for. These are not the droids we're looking for. Or in our case, these are not the nerds you're looking for. These are not the nerds we're looking for. Move along. Move along. Move along. Ando's, I love it. He's right there with us. He can barely walk because he's typing as he walks to leave comments on the video. It's very meta. Muffy just joined us and she said, I just joined you, but you're in my favorite land. This is Eric's favorite land too. Little Eric, who's not with us today, he's working. I think he might be with us on the 17th, which is 1 week away from today. So 1 week from today is the 70th anniversary of Disneyland. And we will be here We're even going to have a MiceChat meetup that day. So if you're going to be in the park, lunch, and then afterwards we were hoping to visit Walt Disney and Magical Life, but we have news later. It's going to make that difficult. Because they're going to do a virtual queue. And that means it will be almost impossible to get a large group all in at the same time.
I'm not sure if they're going to do a cavalcade. But
They'll do something. It's the 70th.
It's around 12:30.
It'd be great, so we could all do that together and find out what that's going to be. And then what we'll do instead is we'll ride one of the classic opening day attractions like Mark Twain, which is easy to get a large group on. You may even get a great photo of everybody. And we'll let you go off on your day and enjoy the 70th and celebrate in your own way. But amongst the early 70 attractions, of course, are a lot of the Fantasyland attractions. It's shocking how much of Fantasyland is original. Some of the things got moved around a little when Tony Baxter did his refreshing of Fantasyland in the 80s. There have been enhancements and changes to Casey Jr. and Storybook Land. There's always been a carousel. It's moved. There's always been a Dumbo. It has moved. Dumbo actually opened late, but we're still counting that as original because it was here, just not operating. Snow White we started with, but as you said, it was Snow White's Adventures, then it was Snow White's Scary Adventures, and now it's Snow White, I'm Not Scary. But it is actually still a little bit scary.
Snow White.
Enchanted Wish. Snow White's Enchanted Wish. Her wish is that they don't replace her with a Tangled ride. Pretty view of an attraction that had a little bit of trouble a few weeks ago. They're gonna beat a dead horse, but they're gonna have to redo that roof here soon. I feel like I'm walking in slow motion as I overheat over here. Monster was winking at me, so I thought I'd come over and wink back. That's right, big fella. Quick wait for teacups. You're wanting to ride the Mad Tea Party. One cycle or so, and then you'd be on. So even in the middle of summer, if you're willing to pay the high price, you are rewarded with some pretty incredible wait times. If you get here at opening right now, you could knock out most of the e-tickets in the first hour or two, and then take the rest of the day to enjoy Fantasyland dark rides and Toontown and Tomorrowland and really be in great shape. Maybe still have time to go back to your hotel at the heat of the day and come back in the evening for maybe dinner and the wonderful spectaculars. That's true. After fireworks, the park clears out. All those people who have been at the park since opening leave right after fireworks. So their kids are cranky and they're hot and cranky. But if you go back to the hotel and dip in the pool and get yourself a snack, you can easily make it till closing this time of year. And the evening temperatures in SoCal are great. Many nights it's down in the 60s at night. Very comfy. Are they still doing that cheese bread with the sausage in it over here? You and I sat right over there, and even though I'm horribly lactose intolerant, it was time for me to go home, and I said, I'm just gonna do it. And you and I split one.
Yes, it's delicious.
It was great, right?
Yes, I haven't tried the breakfast one.
They have a breakfast one?
They have eggs in it.
Really?
But it's not at this location. I think it's at Maurice's Treats.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Have you had it?
No, but it's sold out.
It's sold out.
till like noon or so, and then sold out.
Incredible. Well, there's one that I won't be trying. I definitely can't have something like that first thing during the day. The Matterhorn will be returning later this month, folks. It does have a return date. We heard them testing the ride earlier. They were making announcements. They were sending vehicles. So it's about ready to go. And you never know. Sometimes they'll reopen an attraction early if the refurbishment goes quicker than expected. And if they're testing already, who knows? Could open early. Be great if they were able to have it open in time for the 70th anniversary.
Yes.
It's going to be a lot of people here. Although Mike sent me a screenshot and it looked like the whole month was available for reservations.
Yes.
So even though the 70th had been blocked out, looks like the highest level passes are able to get a reservation.
And August as well. Previously, August had a bunch of dates that we couldn't get, but now they're all available.
Interesting.
Oh, there's a nice breeze here.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. Yeah, lovely breeze off the water, nice and cool. We're looking down, now let's turn around and look up. Lots of changes at the Matterhorn. It all looks the same, but they completely removed the concrete around the waterfalls, all of them, and replaced it. So extensive reworking of the waterfall systems. Replace all that decaying old concrete and the structures underneath it that support it. So that was significant. I think that was the bulk of what they had to do. You see, they've got the work lights on in the tunnel there, Suzanne.
Yeah.
It sounds like the music is playing. Do you hear it?
I do hear some wind blowing through the icy cavern.
Yep.
But I do not hear Harold.
But interesting that they would even bother to turn on the background music of the ride when it's still under refurbishment. So they're testing.
Maybe that's just the space between my ears.
The liminal space between her ears.
There's an item on the menu here in the evenings.
Yes.
That starts, I think, when Stitch comes out.
Okay.
It's a Hawaiian barbecue sauce on chicken tenders.
So it's an item that they don't have during the day and you have to come back in the evening for? That is clever. Disneyland after dark.
Just like
Do they? Gosh, now I'm starving. I want those chicken tenders with the Hawaiian barbecue. All right, I want to see you all dancing. Go ahead and dance on up ahead of me. I'm going to walk straight through, but Suzanne's like, she does not dance. Suzanne doesn't dance, but you are wearing Stitch. And Ando's wearing also, they're both wearing their coral colored shirts. Come on, dance for me. I said dance. Dance until you die. Ha 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 ha. We're gonna make our way through. I'm the only one dancing. Here's Stitch.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. That was really good. I think we can be even louder. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Look at air. All right, Stitch, you want to try it? All right, everyone.
What were the chances I would walk you all through just as they start screaming? Whoa, couldn't get out of there fast enough. Wow. Muffy, I do think there's a chance Matterhorn could open in time for the anniversary, at least a chance. If they're testing with background music on in the ride, there's a definite possibility. They're definitely on track. Anything good at Alien Pizza Planet? I haven't been there in ages.
I like the alien macaron.
It is one of my hot day tips. Even though the food there isn't wonderful, they have a side patio that's kind of in the covered area of the Space Mountain queue. So it's not technically fully indoors, but it is air conditioned. And if it's hot outside, it's a great covered dark spot with a cool breeze, and it is worth going to for that reason alone. So
Their food has improved. I would
Oh, has
rather
it?
eat here than eat at Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta because they seem to have gone down.
Huh. We spent a whole bunch of time in there last week in the Star Trader. There's a bunch of fun merchandise in there. Some of the DVC kiosks have a special giveaway right now.
Magic key holder.
What is it?
It's a postcard celebrating the 70th anniversary.
I got it. So if you come here while they're open, they have a postcard celebrating the 70th anniversary of Disneyland at the DVC kiosks in both parks.
And at the hotels.
At the hotels.
Yes. The DVC kiosks.
So it
at
gives,
the hotels.
it's an excuse for people to go talk to the DVC people.
Yes.
And then you just have to stay strong and not succumb to
Don't do
their
it.
ways of the force. The next thing you know, you've got a pen in your hand and you're signing over all of your worldly possessions to Disney Vacation Club.
All of that for a postcard.
I've done that twice.
But it
Twice.
wasn't the price that it is now.
Oh, it was so much more affordable back in the day, back when I was young. But I was in Florida for a business trip, and while I was there, I kind of got a inner ear thing that I couldn't really walk and I couldn't fly. I was so disoriented.
Wow.
And my boss drove me to the Animal Kingdom Lodge and got me a room and left me there, and then flew back to California. And I was gonna stay there and recuperate, but I forced myself to go to the parks one day. I went to Epcot. I remember getting to the bus and just standing there waiting for the bus was agony. And I got to Epcot and I made it as far as the DVC kiosk at the back of World Showcase. And this guy said, "You need to sit down." And he's like, "We got this shady spot over here." So I sat down, and while I was sitting there in between guests, he would come over and sell me on DVC. And before the end of that trip, I was the DVC owner.
Well, I mean, back then it was cheap.
We need to quickly take a look at all of this. Never-ending construction walls. Nothing's ever going to happen here. 100 years from now, these walls will still be up. Not so busy in Tomorrowland. We're walking by Pixie Hollow, which is reopened now, so everything's done over here. The waterways are fresh and repainted. The lower portion of the leaves have been repainted. The upper portion you can see up above was harder for them to get to. They didn't paint it. There's bird poop and stuff and dust on the top of the leaves up over there, but underneath it's all painted. It looks great. We walked through earlier. It was really cute. There's a picture of us also in the cover image of today's video, with you all acting like Tinkerbell and me acting like, I don't know, is there an evil character? Hook. That's me. I'd be Hook. Tinkerbell's Peter Pan character, right? I know the sound hasn't been fabulous today, folks. I didn't put in our external sound equipment because it's not working correctly. It'll cost over $300 to replace it, so I'm still trying to talk myself into it. Not a lot of money right now, so last thing I want to do is replace that. Eric and I found a new condo to rent in Palm Springs, and moving and all of that is not cheap. So I'm going to wait a little while before I take on a big expense like new wireless mics. We'll take the long way around because there's that surprising thing. We're definitely going to go into extra innings, I think, today. We're at about 50 minutes right now, so we have normally 10 more minutes to the live, but we're going to get you all the way through to our final destination. We're not going to throw any of you out of this good ship, MiceChat. We'll get you all the way there safely to a magical life and great moments with Mr. Lincoln. That's where we will wrap up today. There are balloons over here. I learned recently, and I never knew that, but I guess it's been the case for a long time, that the balloons in downtown Disney are not sold by Disney.
No, and they have a tacky booth out there.
Yes,
I don't like it.
They're a vendor, and they put a podium up in downtown Disney. But before, they would just be out there holding a bouquet of balloons like they do inside the parks, and they'd sell them. It's just the balloons in downtown Disney were a little different than the ones at the park. Well, now you know they're a vendor. But there are more balloons up ahead, and they're little and they're tiny and they're not real balloons. But they debuted like today, I think, maybe even. They're these little red 70th anniversary balloons. They do look like they're inflated. Yeah.
Collection.
Yep, they are inflated. And they're only red ones right now, but they have the 70th logo, and some of the beverage stands have this display of balloons, so you can just buy one. I don't know what it's intended for. Like, it's not a straw. What do you put? Are you supposed to stick it in your popcorn?
It's to celebrate happy.
Well, yes, but what do you do with it?
Just hold it.
Hold it? So I just see Ando walking down the street with a tiny little balloon? Okay.
Yeah, that's good. $20 up in the air.
Do you remember how much they cost? Is it $10? $10. So half the price of a real balloon. Jolly Ollie Day. Mike will be happy to know the sign is working. It's been windy lately, so there's lots of leaves on everything, a lot of dust, because we've also had a bunch of fires again in Southland. Of course, it's summer, it's windy, there's going to be fire. Since we have spring, summer, and fire season. And if it rains, then we have mud slides. Earlier today, we saw a traffic jam on Main Street. 2 omnibuses headed towards each other at high speed. Of course, they were never going to hit each other. But I love seeing the vehicles out and about, particularly in the middle of the day. It is a busy time of day, and just saw one Main Street vehicle go by. There's an omnibus coming towards us right now. It's fun. So even though Disneyland's 70th is on July 17th, by the mid part of August, we're going to start seeing things change on Main Street. And a lot of this 70th decor will disappear as Disneyland becomes Halloween themed. So yes, they're going to swap decorations for Halloween this year. We were able to confirm that. And then they'll do it again for Christmas. And then in January, they'll swap it back to the 70th decor. So they'll have a bit of a chance to clean this stuff up and put it all back up again. And it will stay up until next summer. So 70th, some of the 70th celebration stuff will continue, of course. They're still going to do the World of Color Happiness show. Walt Disney A Magical Life will continue, and so will the new Small World, The Last Verse. But this decor on Main Street and the fireworks in particular will all swap out for their holiday versions. Did you say there was something new at Starbucks that they were selling? Oh, the Coke bottles were there.
Oh, yeah. But this week they did release
One of the people got it.
Haunted Mansion token.
Did they?
Yes.
I need that.
It's purple.
Oh, I desperately need that. I'm crazy about Haunted Mansion. I don't know what it is, but as I get older, I'm loving the mansion more and more. Just everything about its art direction and the fun, but it has a little tinge of scary. It's just like the perfect mix of happy and scary and fun, and Disney just struck the right balance. Many, many stories have been written about that. Our own Fox Nolte wrote a book about Haunted Mansion. If you're looking for 70th merch, it's a good store to go into right here. The Main Street Hotel, the Disney Showcase. And for those of you coming on the Walt Disney Mansion tour this weekend with me in the Hollywood Hills, and again, you can find those tickets by visiting the MiceChat Instagram and then going to the link in bio and finding the link to the tickets. You will see that lion in the house version of it. That is from the Disney family crest, but it is also in the window of the living room. So Walt Disney himself put a stained glass window insert into his largest window in the house with his family crest, and you'll see that lion. But in some of the other windows, the lion is repeated by itself. Ando, do you know why the trash cans are on a pedestal there?
The light poster.
No, so they have a better view of the parade.
That's awesome.
No, yeah, a light post was removed. So these posts that you see over there with the banners on them, one by one, they've been going down throughout the resort and being replaced. They replaced all of them at the front of the park where the Mickey Floral is. We're walking up on a brand new poster for the Opera House. It says Disneyland Opera House, now featuring 2 dramatic presentations. Walt Disney, A Magical Life, no shows today. And Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, no shows today. Why does it say no shows today? Because once Walt Disney, A Magical Life debuts on July 17th, they will have the show times listed where it says no shows today. But for Mr. Lincoln, that no shows today will remain for a while because they're going to show only Walt Disney, A Magical Life for a time. And then when things start to die down for that one, then it will be in rotation. So you'll see Walt Disney, A Magical Life, and then the next showing will likely be Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. The stage is a turntable. Now, looking up at the Opera House, I personally love this. I love the way they integrated it. The sign is very similar to the old sign. The old sign was a burgundy, and it said, I think it was the Disneyland story featuring Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. And now it says Opera House, now featuring 2 dramatic theater presentations, A Magical Life, Walt Disney, and Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, with that nice blue background that makes the gold pop. So it kind of forces you to read the sign. Then if you go down closer to the theater, they have these posters in the old-fashioned typography. This one is for Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, the inspiring message of America's 16th president, presented through the magic of audio animatronics. And then you come over here, and this is another tie into my tours, because this picture of Walt Disney that you see right there, with Walt standing in a doorway, was taken not at Disneyland. It was taken at Woking Way, Walt Disney's mansion in the Hollywood Hills, and you get to walk through that very door. And it says, Disneyland Opera House presents Walt Disney, A Magical Life on stage and screen. Don't miss this dramatic presentation of the Disney story. Now, Suzanne, what is so dramatic about this presentation? Is Walt Disney tap dancing while twirling flame batons with a boa constrictor around his neck?
It might be because the family didn't want it.
Some of the family members didn't want. That was pretty dramatic.
Or maybe the cryogenic head?
Maybe it is powered by Walt Disney's spinning head. That could be. That would be dramatic. Something dramatic will happen. I don't know what it is. Let's hope that he doesn't end up like another famous animatronic, Murphy the Dragon from Fantasmic. That would be dramatic.
Yeah.
So I just don't know that phrasing is my favorite in this sentimental presentation, this inspiring presentation. There are so many things they could have said other than dramatic.
I think they're trying to avoid the drama because they're going to start with a virtual queue on the 17th. So something else will provide the drama, hopefully?
I don't know. The drama will be me, yelling and screaming at the end of the show. that I hated it.
Or the drama is, will he or won't he stand up from the desk?
Who knows? There is drama there. Will the animatronic work? Will it malfunction? We don't know. There is drama. Actually, I know already, folks, I'm going to like this show. It's fine. The thing I don't like is that not all the family members thought that it was tasteful. And Joanna was pretty vocal about that. And why? And you have to respect that. But I do know that the Walt Disney story, the way it's presented through his own words and through a lot of video, is going to be wonderful and nostalgic. And then for about 2 minutes, he does stand up on the stage there, and you will be able to see him in person. It's hot. It's hot, folks. I'm sweaty. I'm wandering. I'm wandering towards the shade. I know we're in extra innings here, but just a few minutes of it. We're gonna go up those stairs because I think it's a pretty place to be. And I will, again, be here at the park with many of you on July 17th, so next Thursday, 1 week from today. We're going to do a MiceChat meetup at noon. If you didn't hear me say that earlier, join us for some camaraderie, make some new friends, maybe have lunch with us if you'd like, maybe ride an attraction with us if that sounds interesting. Then at 5 o'clock, we're gonna do our live from Disneyland. So you will see the live video at 5. We'll be back next week. And then I get to go home and go to bed. Actually, I don't. I have to go up to the mansion again because I have another event. So I come down to Disneyland on Monday morning for a preview of Walt Disney: A Magical Life. So I'll have a story about that up some point on Monday. And then I've got back-to-back events. I'm hosting an event at the Disneyland Hotel for Kathy Peroni, which is about Disneyland's 70th. The next day is the MiceChat meetup and the live. Next day, I'm meeting some friends here at the park for dinner. Next day, I'm at the mansion again. And Sunday, I have a charity event, and then I'll be back home. So I'll be gone like a week and a half. I have to put these glasses back on because it is sunny. So you can tell I'm a wax figure and I'm slowly melting. But what do you all think? Anybody have any last words for these fine folks that are watching us? Are you looking forward to seeing everybody again on the live next week for Disneyland 70th?
Hopefully I will be there.
Hopefully you'll be there. Suzanne, you going to be here for the 70th?
I will be.
Well, I will be. In fact, like those Small World characters, I feel like I've been stapled to the ground and forced to sing that classic song over again and over again in 40 different languages. And next weekend we will ride through it and we will hear the new final verse. So as I slowly melt away into the sunset on this live, just know we'll be back because we have so much more coming up this week. So stay tuned. Keep your eyes peeled to MiceChat.com and all our social channels because there's a lot more magic spinning your way. See, I did it. I figured out a way to work this spinning in. Spinning your way. I'll see you all again real soon. Bye-bye.